Hey, what's going on? This is Decide and Do 147, and I want to talk about a couple things real quick. So, two things. One, kind of I want you to think about where you stand in regards to this and it being good and evil. So, I know I've talked about it a little bit before in a previous video, but really, I want to talk about, hopefully, where do you stand? And hopefully, got it. I know, like I have no expectations, but hopefully the answer is you stand for good in this world. You stand for some type of good, more good than evil in it. And then secondly, when it comes to your success, are you an individual that is willing to skirt the lines of that good and evil to ensure that you are successful compared to other individuals? And hopefully, once again, hopefully that answer is no. And you're not one of the ones that's going to allow more evil to come into your life than the good that needs to be there. Because at the end of the day, those that are going to be successful are 9 times out of 10 hardworking individuals that do the right thing. And I would be naive to say that everyone in the world that has gotten to where they are isn't evil in their own way and throughout history. And I'm not just talking about today, so I'm talking about history. There are individuals that have done things that now we would look back and be like, wow, that's probably not the best way to do it. Probably wasn't the right way to do it. Probably a little bit unethical, immoral, the values weren't there. But they were trying to do something, right? They were trying to become successful. And I think that now in what we look at in society and business and different things now, when an individual is unethical or an individual is wrong, there are a lot more ways to go ahead and identify that and throw it out there for, the masses to know. And hopefully for you, you always are the individual that is trying to do good in this world, and you're trying to get to the top, you're trying to become successful, but you are always maintaining that good in your life. And for me, I know where I stand on regards to good and evil. I've stood for the last 15 years in trying to ensure that there's more good in this world than there is evil in my own way, and doing it to the maximum amount that I can in the position and the profession that I'm in. So I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about the individual overall. Are you an individual that has more good in your life than bad? I hate reading the newspaper. I hate reading news altogether. But I hate reading about individuals that are in positions of authority and power and just do bad things. They do bad things, and they are horrible examples of what it is to be successful. They are horrible examples to what we look towards when it comes to leadership and it comes to individuals that we inspire to be like, whether these are individuals within the military or individuals, teachers or in government, in police, in society in general. We talk about these things, and we always read about and we always see and we always hear about these horrible acts and unethical individuals, and it's just saddening. So at the end of the day, hopefully, one, you stand for good, and two, you stand for good of all. But lastly, hopefully, you never allow that evil to come within you and to come in your life and to become the subculture within society, whatever your profession is, to where you believe that, it's not just, no, look, if you got to look over your shoulder and be like, wait, I hope no one's looking, you're wrong. If you got to think twice about most things, you're wrong, and you're allowing that evil to come into your life overall. I got it. Look, the world's not a great place. The world has its flaws, and there are ways in which we can all help to ensure that there's more good than there is evil. And hopefully you're doing that. Hopefully you're doing it in the way that you possibly can, and at the same time ensuring that when you look at success overall, you're not going to screw over the next guy just because you want to get there before them. I've said it numerous times, and eventually those individuals will always get what is coming to them. You have to be the individual that stands there, that looks straight in someone else's eyes and can be honest, ethical, and trustworthy, and be who you're supposed to be. Be a real leader. Be a real individual, and be a good one. A good one. That's all we ask for in the world. For most people, we just ask that everybody is good. Everyone is kind. Everyone has love and compassion in their heart overall. And if you have that, and you are doing everything that you possibly can and working your butt off, then success will come in its own way. But don't be the one that doesn't do it the right way. Because if you do, don't worry, you might get there first. You might get to the finish line first. There is hard work and dedication behind what you're doing, but it's not going to last because everyone else around you eventually is going to see right through you and see you for who you really are. So just remember that. Quick thought on my, good and evil for this evening, and I wanted to kind of go ahead and talk about that and just make people start thinking. Think about that when it comes to what you're doing in life and your overall success. So appreciate you watching Decide and Do 147. Talk to you later.